I'm going to work this out in this way. I'm going to go up the 3/8 of an inch that we did for the shoulder pad. Okay? I'm going to put it here in a circle. 3/8 of an inch for shoulder pad. Oh, somebody complained they can't read my handwriting.
So you're going to adjust this wide?
Because it's too small for my armhole. Okay? So I'm gonna go 3/8 of an inch because I went and adjusted that from the original pattern from the book. Okay? I'm gonna give myself another 1/2 inch here on the top. And I'm gonna drop it another 1/4 inch. I'm gonna write this down. Okay? So another 1/2 inch and another 1/4 inch. And obviously if I do it on one side, I need to do it on the other. So 1/2 inch and 1/4 inch is right here. Okay? So now I'm going to blend it in. So I'm gonna get the ruler and I'm gonna create the sleeve cap to that 3/8 of an inch. And then I'm going to create that sleeve cap to the other side. Kind of, if you guys are wondering, because I know you all are very interested in giving you exact parameters. This is a real trial and error. You have to keep testing it. That's why you do twirls to make sure that the sleeve fit correctly. Okay? But my kind of point of where to get the sleeve head bigger, it is from the notches. And why is that? And I think I explained to you this when we did this shirt, but I'm going to show you again. If I place my sleeve here, remember that my elbow is the back. So this is where my sleeve goes here. Okay? If I fold it in the center, I'm actually dividing my sleeve in 4/4. Correct? Your 2/4 that are on the outside of the head is the outside of the arm. And the 2 other quarters is what it goes under your arm, the arm. So if I want to make my sleeve wider here, I will do it in the 2 center quarters. If I want to make my sleeve wider on the underarm, it will do 2 outer quarters. Does that make sense? Yes. Okay? Now that you guys make me strip. I'm gonna do Magic Mike Kapilipski. Anyway.
Magic Kapilipski.
And before I go and do the process, instead of doing the process of going and finishing the sides, okay, I am going to measure this to see if it actually made a difference. I don't want to be doing the sides and then realize I need to make it bigger and then do the sides again. It's like too much trouble. Let's measure before we go forward. Now, when we walk it, we're going to have an exact measurement, but right now it's just to test it. So I'm going to go from here. Sorry,
Okay.
probably getting my ball hit. You're going to see how I dye my roots gray, because that's not the natural color.
So this measurement should match
Should be closer to what we need.
to what exactly?
22. 22.
Right, yeah.
And we actually have 21. So we need a little bit more. I think that 21 and a half would be a good amount. I'm going to give it another 1/4 inch here, and that would suffice. And I'm going to settle to that. Okay? So this was the previous line before we went up to 3/8. and that's where we extend it. Do not worry too much about the notches because once we're going to be walking the sleeve, we're going to be able to match these notches with the armhole. Okay? So I'm going to go back here. And you know, for some reason, I think that maybe we should do, since we added so much, maybe we should do another 1/8 of an inch here more. Okay? So I'm going to go that 1/8 of an inch here. And I'm going to blend it into that. That looks too pointy. Want it to be softer.
I feel like I'd get so confused with all the lines.
Yeah.
Huh?
I feel like I'd get really confused with all the lines. Even when you mark it out, they're so close to each other.
I'm going to get color and put it on it so you can see it. Okay? I have a highlighter. So let me do the other side. We said that we did in 1/8 here. And then we're gonna blend it into that. I'm gonna leave you here and not do the whole sleeve because getting the sleeve head in place is going to probably be the most trial out way of going. Then we can go back and convert it into the 2-piece sleeve. Okay? So while we do this, I'm gonna go get a highlighter and I'm going to highlight my end pattern so you guys can see all the changes. Okay? By the way, the last 3/8 we did and we keep extending on the side, that was for my sleeve. When you measure yours, you might not need it. Okay? So we'll take it with a grain of salt. If it's a lot more and you're not getting to the right measurement, call me and then we'll figure out we might need to do something else.
So how much needs to measure?
My armhole.
The same as the armhole?
Measure your
Plus-
armhole plus 1.25 to 1.5 inches.
Okay.
Then 3/4. 1.25 to 1 3/4.
The size of the armhole plus these two.
Yeah.
Yes.
Variations can be from.
Well, not these two. I took the highest number.
Okay.
Which is 3/4, right? 1 3/4.
Yeah.
But it's
So
gonna be between.
see, that would be not this. That would be 22. See?
Yeah.
Okay. Right?
And